Now, we will take a quick overview of power freelancing and try to define it by the end of this lecture. We will take a bird's eye view on the working concepts and try to explain the evolution of power freelancing. We will look into the guiding principle which has given form to this powerful new technique of power freelancing. So let's get going. During the research, I heard freelancers talking about some major problems that they were experiencing in general, like missing deliveries and deadlines, not able to attend social gatherings, and not able to execute plans. Plans of doing the next big thing were never successful. Hence, most of us were neither able to keep the customer happy, nor the family or the close circle of friends. However, those were the symptoms but not the cause. When we brainstormed together, we found that the real cause behind all these problems laid somewhere else. We found that more often than not, we have had more work in hand than we can actually finish in a stipulated time period. This was creating stress and we were not able to be at peace with ourselves. There was a chaos inside which was increasing by the hour and more so when we were missing out on deadlines and targets. This is why we were neither able to keep the stakeholders happy nor be satisfied and content souls at the end of the day. Now that we have acknowledged the problem in hand, the next step was to find a solution to this problem. And we needed to find a solution pretty quickly as we could not afford to lose time and time was money. We found a probable solution in a routine. We agreed that we would need a routine for ourselves to manage our time and work. Then the next big question came up. What is a routine? A routine is a chronological list of tasks that we do daily. When we talked to each other, we found that all of us had a certain list of tasks which were done repeatedly every day. Yes, we all do have a list of tasks, and if you sit quietly and think about it, you will see your own as well. So we started working with this list of tasks that we do every day. As a first step, we divided our average day into 4 segments and tried to put those tasks in each of them. First one was non-work, when we do not work on our business. Second segment was pre-work, that we do before the real work. Then came the real work segment, where we actually work on freelance projects and deliver them. The last segment was post-work, where we do things once we are done with the delivery. Will you agree if I say that most of us spend time while actually working on a business? We fail to assign enough time to the other segments. Also, many a times we do not have a designated slot to do tasks assigned under all the 4 categories, and we end up doing the wrong task at the wrong time and hence waste more time. The ultimate reason for all the problems that we listed earlier was mismanagement of time and work. And the proper routine or a structure of work would be helpful in getting more work done, being organized and be satisfied at the end of the day. This gave rise to the structure of work which we call now as power freelancing. So what is power freelancing? Power freelancing is an acronym which stands for preparation, organization, work, evaluation and relaxation. While preparation and organization fall under pre-work category, evaluation is something that we do as part of our post-work chores. We do our actual work in between the two, and then actually we do not work at all during relaxation. This is the time which we spend with our friends and families with which most of us are struggling. In the next lectures, in this section, I will talk about each of these segments in detail. We will look into each of these aspects of power freelancing separately, and we will try to find out what each of them means and how you can divide all the tasks that you have in an average day into all these 5 segments. In explaining these concepts, I am going to talk about one single typical work day where one would have a lot of work to do from both personal and professional realms. If you can understand these concepts and actually implement them in your respective businesses, I am more than sure that you will be able to elevate your business from where it is as of now. So, without much ado, let's move to the next lecture where we will talk about the first aspect of power freelancing, which is preparation.